Welcome back, Liners.
Welcome back.
Fine.
Welcome back. Welcome
Are
back.
you waiting for someone to finish the statement, Tarbuck?
No, I was just one thing.
Okay.
Thing was being done.
Yeah, your internet's very crunchy today, Tarbuck. Well, we already did a long prelude. We already did the pre-episode that wasn't recorded.
And then we did the brown paper bag test.
Just take it out of context.
No, don't. It's a deleted scene. It's a deleted scene. We're not racist. I promise.
We have a high connection score. You heard it here first, folks. If you are racist, you have a low connection score.
That's true, which means you don't have free will.
Yeah, all important facts.
That should track with you. That should track for everybody.
I think it's my favorite revelation.
If you're a piece of shit, it's because you forgot to be. You forgot to choose to be a good person.
What's the thing for today?
Facts?
Yeah.
Hi guys. Here's the broadcast.
Ooh. Act 3, Chapter X. Here comes the arm. Transmission not found. Broadcast offline. Please report to your nearest landline. This also, like, the screen for it looks like it looks like the statements given by the evil computer Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Because those begin with like a whole bunch of formatting data. Like, generally speaking, when Am speaks, it's carriage return, line feed, carriage return, line feed, carriage return, line feed, line of message, carriage return, line feed 3 more times to close out the message. So it's like formatted in a way
Where it's framed.
Right, and that is like textual right here. Like this isn't an image. This is text.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, you can highlight this.
Mm-hmm. The dots on the sides scan as formatting data to me. This way, really cool.
They also scan to me as like when you look at a CRT, it has like buzz around the edges.
Yeah.
And how it was somehow impossible to get a perfectly square frame because the way that it was like bell shaped.
Yeah. What happened last time?
Everything.
We made our way to the city power plant, power district, and attempted to shut everything down to try to disrupt, everything going on topside. And doing that would potentially mess with the broadcast system, definitely shut off all the cogs, and also the security systems to enter the Empire State Building, which are all things we want.
Well, okay, hang on. Interjection. The cogs are autonomous, but they can't like get new directions.
Yeah, they need active signaling in order to maintain action.
Yeah, they just have programmed behaviors or their last update's worth of directives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are centrally controlled.
And then we
Instead of just in time compiled, they are just in time control.
Yes.
Nice.
I thought we'd get the once per episode. Simon says, coders and turns to
Fucking
cable.
coders.
Develop-
I thought it. I just didn't want to derail the.
Mhm. Developers.
So yes, these were all of our goals. Make our way down like underneath the city to where all the power gets made. They're doing some good work, blowing up generators, dismantling.
That wasn't the last
infrastructure.
episode, by the way. You're going back 2 episodes.
What?
Yeah, the
Yep.
last episode is
Oh my
we
god!
enter the tower.
Oh my god!
And-
yes.
We enter the tower and we check out this elevator shaft, and then we like step into it and get just dropped immediately by Searchman. Searchman?
Search
Man.
Mm.
And all right, so we're just gone. Except for me, because I didn't get into the elevator, and then I have to fight Searchmen for a little bit as everybody else comes back up
Yeah.
the long way or the short way, whatevs. And then fighting ensues. We determine that he, like we say it on screen in diegetically, that just a serial killer. So we kill him back.
Yeah.
There's this important to me moment where I like take the weapon that does extra damage against humans and like break it. Yeah. Cannot abide such a thing to exist. And then we climb up the tower. Talk to. We find Emily and Emily Maki.
Oh my god!
We have
It's Emily.
we have the Emilys, Maki and Stanton. And
not Stanton, but close enough.
not Stanton, but like lol. Okay. Listen, we were just listening to the album earlier. And we have this really, really intense conversation where we are trying our hardest to inspire her to action. And she's afraid, and we drag her into the light.
Yeah, don't be afraid to drag. Don't be afraid to be dragged out into the light.
Yeah.
I so thought she was gonna drag us all off that building.
Mm.
I mean, that was the state when you walked in, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, you walk up into her pad. There's like some half-eaten. Go, you pick it up. It turns into a can of Spam. You jump scare.
Trauma.
Mm. Yeah. So she had, when she like accepts what she needs to do, her eye color and hair color like exchange places. And we got her back, and she's on our side, and we're moving out.
Yeah.
We're going towards what we need to go toward. It's great.
Yeah, you initiate.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Tarbuck.
Thank you. Amazing what you can do when you start describing the correct episode.
Yeah. Huh.
Boom.
I thought Sai was just taking the long way there.
No, I genuinely was just like,
Cause like those two events are like very connected. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
they're going, bro. Oh yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, that's the part where the tapestry really like folds in on itself and becomes like a bundle, and then it has to splay back out.
Oh, also, I didn't say it in the previous post episode, so I'm going to correct it now. Not just an Axl Rose, it's also AC/DC. It's like they exist in the same sonic.
Thank you for remembering that this show that comes out once every 3 weeks actually will only be watched in binge from here on out.
Hey, I gotta be looking out. Like, I thought it, I didn't say it, and then I'm like, some music pedant is gonna be like, that sounds a little more AC/DC. And I'm like, okay, yes, but they're just what side do you want? Anyway, the game. We're playing a game, and in that game we have some tenets. Offer a hand before clenching a fist. That's rule number 1. Say it out loud. Nothing is clear. That's rule number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then act quickly. That's rule number 1.
Yep.
I love it. All right. You guys were trying to determine where to go, even though I think you're pretty clear on where to go. Like
It's the stadium, right?
Yeah, like there wasn't any. I cut you off before we could finish a session with planning because I always hate to end a session with planning because all of it gets deleted from your memory over the course of 3 weeks.
Correct.
Right. Smart.
But yeah, our mission should be to go to the Coliseum and help our guy.
Yeah. Emily in tow. Let's see. Hey, you guys. So imagine. So you're back in. You're in that room still. Emily has transformed.
Mhm.
And is now like color swapped. Bam! Title card. Avatar of Initiation.
Yeah.
She says her totally cool line where she's like, "Let's go save my son." And then you guys get a phone call.
Ooh.
Open air.
Open. All right.
Open air. For the record, she also gets the phone call. Yeah. You pick it up and it is Joe
Yo.
calling in. Report made.
Go Joe.
He's saying he says like this is you guys like I guess you got the power off, but they just got it back. The stadium lights just came back on a few minutes ago. Where are you guys at right now?
We're in the top of the tower.
I think Emily says hello. By the way, you're like all just talking like into space because like
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I forgot to say at the start of the episode. Hey, does anyone have a maxed out stat?
I have a max connection, and if you include the bonus from the spider treads, I also have a max separation.
Yeah, just max in your like actual bubbles. If you have the X1 bubbled in, Ricardo didn't hear this earlier, but hey, if you have a stat bubbled in, you can use the move on your number 2 sheet from Command X.
Ricardo seems pleased about this.
Yeah, does anyone want to give that a read?
a move I never got to.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's true. That's character development, baby.
Mhm.
Real and true.
Transmit. Broadcast a piece of yourself without regard for distance or barrier.
Yeah. Here's
Let's
a
go.
question. I have a question.
Yeah.
What does igniting do now?
You
I
don't
have a-
have it yet.
It's got to be something in our storage, right?
I mean, my thought would be that if you ignite a part, it cannot be taken away, but also you cannot un. That was what my thought would be, but
my expectation is that it's like a Mega Man thing where now you just have this in your like selection menu and you can like switch into it.
yeah,
You know?
Yeah, like you, because Mega Man can have all the parts at once.
that's true. Mega Man can have all.
They
the
just like
parts at once.
phase out, or like they recede into his arm, and then he gets another one. It just like folds differently. Yeah, that's fun.
I guess we'll see when we get.
We'll see when we get there. Whatever feels right. Whatever feels right.
Y'all will see when you get there. I have 4 instigation.
Oh,
I
hey,
also have fun.
you
I
got
have 5.
you got if you have a full stat, if you like do a catalyst roll for your stat that you have plus X in, and you succeed, which you almost certainly will because you are taking a catalyst roll to a plus X roll, then that stat point rolls over into something else of your choosing.
Yeah, cool.
Anyways, Joe's on the line. He tells you. I think he asks, "Who's that? who's that? Who is with you?"
This is our old friend. Her name's Emily. Long time. She's part of the cause. Here to help.
Let's see. Yeah, I think she gives you she like feels heartened to be a part of something.
Yeah.
A part of something, a part of creating something new. Let's see. Yeah. Joe says, "Well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. We got the show of force is just getting started up out in the Coliseum. You can hear like a crowd in the background. Like he's not on a landline because all the landlines are down right now. He's on like that mobile telephone he made. And the audio quality is like really scratchy. Or like it's not scratchy. It's just like the microphone is from the 80s.
Yeah.
So it has all the background noise, and it sounds like he is like pushing his way through a crowd while he's having this conversation. Yeah. He says my bike got taken at a checkpoint. I'm trying to push my way back to it now.
Oh shit! They took your bike.
Yeah, they impounded it, but
Rough.
I think after that, all the cogs shut off. So I'm gonna go try and get all my stuff back.
Cool.
But you should get to the Coliseum, as soon as possible. Shadow Man, I think, is around here somewhere.
Yeah, we'll be on it.
You said we could hear all the background noise. Is it like chaotic? Are people like screaming?
I think
What's
it's
going on?
like it's more like a there's like a murmur of like uncertainty. Like, have you ever, in like a disaster movie when like everyone's like huddled in a like in a bunker, and like there's like 300 people in a space designed for like 50, and there's just like people like, I don't know what's going on. Hey, where are they at? Blah blah blah. Like there's like trepidation and some worry. In fact, you have moves to do that, to check for this stuff. You don't need to just listen.
We do have those.
You could definitely really scare Joe.
Hmm.
You'd be like, "Oh, you need
Oh.
something? Here you go."
You know what? I'm starting with that. If we could airdrop you something, what would you need?
What would he need? You got anything that can get me through a gate? I think they got it all locked. It's probably all locked up.
How about a really big gun?
I wouldn't say no.
Okay. I want to transmit him my Cogbuster Plus.
All right. You can just do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can simply will that. Do you want to
What is that?
Do you want to instruct Joe on what you're about to do?
Yeah. You know what? I thought I retired this bit, and I lied. Hey, remember how we said we were magic before?
Oh
Kinda.
my god.
I'm about to teleport you a gun. Hang on a sec. It's only got 2 shots left though, so make it count.
What? Okay. Do I need to like stand clear?
If
No, you should just have it. Ready?
He like makes some like grunts as he's like shoving through people. He's like, sure, go nuts.
All right. I transmit him my improved Cogbuster.
Okay. Do you want to give a little bit of narration for that?
Yeah. All right. So I equip it, and then I like have my hand on it. I'm like, I feel good about this. I haven't done this in a while, and then it like has the like light aura around it that is Jack Purple, and then it has that. The effect is similar to the when a Mega Man character teleports.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yes.
and it like goes up and like pixelates, but also like spirals in threads, and like is to the eye gone as it is bursting along the thread of connection between me.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. I think we like cut to him, and he's like hopping over like a little waist high like metal fence that people are like queuing through, and he's just like hopping over it, and like he's like mid hop, and it like teleport beams in directly above his head, and then it like lands on him, and then it like knocks him down, and he's like, what?
Oh no.
he like tumbles to the ground. It's like on his gut. He's like, huh? Just like staring at it.
You got that okay?
And like we don't cut away from him. We just see him like pull up his phone to his face, and he goes, message received. Thanks for the drop.
Anytime, man.
Then he like picks it up, and he uses like the elbow of the arm as like a shoulder brace.
Yeah,
like, a
and it like this part is like up here and just angled upwards.
Yeah.
The part where it like folds out of my fingers, the fingers are still there, but they're no longer Jack colored because it's not connected to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he hangs up on you after that since he can't carry that and also be on the phone at the same time.
Right. That's a two-handed object.
Yeah, it's probably like about as big as like a submachine gun. All right.
I just had a realization.
Mm-hmm.
Did we actually book last session what the biggest threat to Pill was?
No, we didn't ask that.
Do we I don't remember her full name. Do we remember her full name?
We need her full name? Is that how this works?
I mean, we only know one Pearl. What else is it gonna?
True.
Yeah, if you would ask something vague like Vulcan, it would have been like, huh? That's just because there happens to be 2 characters with that name, which is hilarious. Whoops.
Which, yeah. Be more careful next time. That sent me on such a fucking. Anyway.
But I also think it was definitely funny.
Oh no, it was hilarious.
Good time. While you're looking that up, I'm moving the winch over my arm slot, swapping the lift gear out of storage and into the spider platform.
Okay.
Guess I'll action it. What is?
Yeah. I think you get you got this answer before, I think. Where is this at? Yeah. So I'm just gonna just repaste it in herd mentality that this is the answer that you get.
Right. That.
Right.
Maybe she's alive.
Here. You know what? I'll be additional since I love being additional. I don't want to just give you the same info, but I would like to be like here. Here you go.
Oh my god, Roma!
Oh.
That's supposed to be centered,
Mega Man.
but whatever. Here, I'll put some. It deletes leading spaces.
It does.
I hate you, Discord. God damn it! No. That just underlines it. This program is impossible.
What is text formatting?
Indeed. What if I do this? Okay, that kind of works. Man, this is so fucked up. That this is how you have to do this. Okay, there you go. Close enough. Hey, there we go.
We were for the audience.
Yeah.
We were talking about the album, and because we got sidetracked, we didn't get very far on the way here. I am really weak on what Antayumi in the album is about. What he does. Like, I know that he consumes the whole universe and stuff, but you mentioned a Munt machine like 2 episodes ago, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Player talk. Do you want to like catch me up on what that means at all?
I mean, I think Kanjimu's whole thing is just that, like, he was one of these, scientists who wanted to, wanted control over things to, a harmful end, and eventually just became hyper nihilistic, right?
Yeah, that's where he is in the diegesis, I think.
Yeah, pretty kind of, yeah. Like tried to do a very similar thing to like Fulcanelli, where it's like you try to escape the entire universe, and like you end up trapped in a small bubble of it.
Hmm.
And they couldn't find a way out, so they were just waiting. Like they tried to send themselves to like a perfect reality, but it was like empty except for themselves, and they couldn't figure out a way to leave because they like don't have
The magic skills.
they don't, yeah, like they got there by brute force, basically, through like sacrifice and technology that they then were unable to bring with them, so they were just stuck there.
What I'm looking at, though, is I have thought for a while that a fully upgraded Dr. Light, if on the one end we have Alpha, then on the other hand we have Omega, which is a Mega Man Zero thing.
Yeah. Does anyone want to say anything funny about the thing that I just put in herd mentality in relation to that?
Unit Omega.
Thank you.
It's like the biggest thing, Unit O, and Mega Man.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that out. I wanted somebody to say it out loud that wasn't me.
And so that's the Omega.
Yes.
And what I'm trying to like get my head around, or like make any kind of prediction about it all, do we think that is upgraded Super Dr. Light? Or do we think that it is Hantai Yumified Dr. Light?
I think that's Hantai Yumi.
Okay. He is kind of trying to murder the universe. That's true.
Yes. That's the thing from the song.
Yeah. It's like A from B.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're distressed.
Yeah? How's that? Say more.
I know. I feel like I feel like I could have prevented.
Yeah. We all could have. We could have said, no, we're not going to take your fucking brain chip with us, but...
Or we could have said yes and then just not done it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's part of the thing.
Yeah.
Especially unit Ocular O.
Ocular O. Ocular O. Sees all, etc.
Then it would be a multi-ocular O, and I didn't want to get that funny.
Oh, you mean like the 8-stage ocular O that was only ever used in print one time to talk about angels?
Yes.
Of course. Of course, that one.
Yeah. Unit O phoneme.
Okay, Tarbuck, we need to stop making jokes that are just for us.
Somebody
Oh.
somewhere could get that. Hey, if you made it this far and you got that, just say I got that reference in the comments.
And then become
Or email
our
it to
friend.
me or something.
Become our
So
friend.
that I know.
Mail it to me.
Yeah.
By the way, the name of this thing is called Hwair. HWAIR. Because it starts with an 8. I want to, like, I'm trending to anti-Yumi.
Okay.
The symbol, the ocular O, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sauce and
I love the research.
Fire, where? Okay. Inverted WH.
fire.
I think it might just be a symbol, but I think it's more interesting if we stop fussing about it now and just.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So just to signpost it for people who want to pause and do homework, Hantayumi is an anagram of humanity. What do you think? Where is an anagram of that is relevant to us? There's only so many options because there's only like 5 letters in it.
Mhm.
See on the other side. Okay. I just teleported my arm off and then stuck a winch claw onto it.
Mhm.
So now I have an open storage slot.
Okay.
Yeah, now you're just chilling with Emily, which I'm going to, just say out loud that their name is just Emily.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
clear.
Yeah, I'm just
Hi, just Emily.
Hi, just Danny.
I'm Dad.
Mm,
I'm sorry, what?
it's a dad joke.
It's a dad joke,
Hi, just Emily. I'm Dad.
and I'm literally Dad.
Oh, Danny A. Douglas.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've been saving that one.
Also, I am a father in the text of command line.
Yes, that's true.
uh,
The tapestry is truly rich.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, some things are because some things are chosen because they make narrative sense and are like deeply thematic, and some things are chosen because I think, man, that'd be really funny.
So
I say that out loud. Yeah.
in a I want to say this out loud because that's one of our tenets.
Mhm.
Emily being the avatar of initiation this way and being on our side, and now there's a fourth party member that's going with us, is kind of a way for there to be a Roma player character, sort
Yeah.
of,
Mhm.
running with our crew. And I think that is like totally right. I'm really glad that this has happened.
It only took until right now.
Yeah. And that's how you serious.
Yeah. So,
right.
Okay. Well, now that okay, Jack, you've unlocked that fucking you rediscovered transmit. We think we can just be there.
Like beam ourselves over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
all has? We have 3. Three transmitters and 4 people. Right. Do we like those odds?
I think here's where I'm gonna enact my you have a party member move. My favorite you have a party member move, which is the party member tells you how the moves work, which he says, well, it sounds like Joe's in a crowded area, and if we want to prevent a panic, we should probably have a different target to get to latch onto.
Sure.
Okay.
You mentioned
we turned Shadow Man to our side. That's an option.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a little loud, but that's an option.
Yeah, I was going to have her say he mentioned a Shadow Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check in on the kid, see how he's doing.
I'll try that out.
Sure.
All right. And I hold my hands out at a we form a circle. We hold hands in a circle.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Group prayer.
Although group prayer is like a both hands up, like clasp out.
Not in my experience, but you're the expert.
Please,
well, it's
yeah.
It's about putting what kind of energy are we putting on screen?
I was going to say, please. This is not the time for group prayer. This is the time for Emily holds up her fist and twists it in the air once quick, and the tie between you all becomes visible, and then she puts her fist in the middle of the group.
Oh yeah, hands in the middle.
Hands in the middle.
Yeah. And then she when you rocket your hands up, you all turn into light and take off, just like your arm did. Yeah. You're kind of pulling, Sheila, you're getting pulled along by this.
Yeah.
They're bringing you with them. You're not bringing yourself through. Although you are the most used to getting pulled through wires.
Yes. I am the OG of it.
Yeah, so you're used to being just led by your nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You rush to the air like lightning, and you come down towards the stadium. The stadium is all a light with power that is coming back on just locally, and the rest of the city is still out, except for I think even the place that you whenever you leave the tower, all of the lights on it they go out.
Okay, interesting.
Because they're no longer holding anything.
Right.
Yeah, there's the light of the Colosseum, and as you're streaking across the sky, you also see the light of the factory or the foundry on the very head of the spider at the northmost point. But you are heading towards the stadium. I think you pass over it, and you are pulled into the far side, and you land in an antenna, and then streak down through the walls really fast until you fly down through several floors, and you end up in a basement, and you come to, and you're standing in a dark room with an alarm blaring and a red light going, and Shadow Man has just impaled a cog on his cool sword.
Good.
And he's in the middle of a gunfight down here in a basement. He wheels around because he detects you, and he sees you four standing there, and he's like, "What?" Like he is like visibly shocked.
Mm-hmm. Can we give him some support so he doesn't die from being surprised?
Yeah. I think he was mopping up. Like he had,
Okay.
he didn't start a fight that he couldn't win.
Sure.
He's good at that.
Yeah.
But I think he like whirls around to, like with the sword ready in case you're an enemy.
Right.
And then sees it's you guys and like just freezes in kind of confusion. There's a couple cogs in the room. Do some cool cleanup maneuvers.
Okay. Couple cogs in the room. Well, I just got my excavator winch claw back. I kind of want to like just chunk out the middle of one of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that works fine. There's like a couple of stray cogs, and there is already like 3 dead on the ground. There is. Go ahead and, I mean, that's just straight connection roll.
Ah.
These guys are chumps. They are down here. You're in like a prison hall. Like there's a bunch of holding cells in here.
Are they empty?
The ones around you are currently empty, yeah. It seems like there's not much activity going on down here other than the active fight.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Bam. There you go. Yeah, that's 27.
All right. I would, at the risk of being too cartoony, I kind of like the excavator claw, like launching like towards the camera in this fashion, and then like our perspective like whips around with it and follows it through the chest of a cog, and it just like closes on that cog's chest here.
Mm-hmm.
In with just the right timing, that the like limbs drop off the sides as the claw keeps going for a little bit before I reel it back in.
Okay, so you like blow its chest out.
Yeah.
All right.
Its chest has been excavated.
Yeah.
Are these the old cogs? These are not new cogs?
Yeah, these are like old baby cogs.
Okay.
I'm
just making sure that
Chinaman's a little shy of a fight.
Sure. Just making sure that these like their engine valuable to us.
Yeah. I mean their engines are actually the same as yours, but their weapons are shit.
Right. Well, we have those light engines. 2 of us do.
Yeah, you have. Those are.
I got a +3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, these two are +2 -2 armor.
Right.
They're the mass-produced Vandegraaff Mark II.
Yes.
Yeah, you blew one out. Someone else want to do something cool?
Danny, you should go, so I don't have to just do the same thing.
We can flavor it differently. But yeah, let's get one from Danny.
Can I use my shield even though like I have 2 power, but I want to do an unpowered shield bash and like a powered baton.
Sure.
Yeah. When I do like a swipe with my shield, I like launch them up, then come down my baton.
Oh yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Clean up, Danny. Clean house.
Clean.
That's just instigation, by the way. Everyone got to be working on their instigation, apparently.
Yeah.
People having too much fun with swords, I guess. 17. Yeah. You do the thing that which you described to like you bash this cog's like brain like skull case in, and you just like smash its like it's like observation apparatus, like all of its cameras and microphones, and it just like it doesn't shut off, but it just like stops moving because it has received no input.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like if you blow the head off a cog, it just stands there. It's like, well, docile machine.
Yeah.
All right.
How many?
Shadowman says, I think Shadowman turns to you, Sheila, and
Yep.
your new friend, and
Mm-hmm.
says, "So, what kind of a man are you supposed to be?"
Oh my gosh. This is Emily. I think I mentioned her in passing once.
I think she says, "It's good to see you again, Shadow." And then he goes, "Do I know you?" And she responds like, I used to run the cameras in the city. Used to oversee the cameras in the city. I stopped watching a while ago. Like, huh. Well, I'm glad you're on the right. Is like, well, glad you're on the right side of history now.
Yeah.
What's the situation topside?
He says the show of force. He says, the show of force was just about to start, or is just now starting. And they started to send cogs down here to retrieve prisoners. So I'm here to let those prisoners out.
Nice.
Spirit.
Yeah. I think you guys like go around and like there are some people in these holding cells. They're all like understandably pretty frightened by citizens letting them out of their cells.
Yeah.
So do we want to? So I want to kind of play out one of those interactions.
Yeah.
Who wants to step up for that? Who wants to set the tone?
I'll do it.
Okay. If no one volunteered, I was going to volunteer Danny.
I knew it. I was like mentally preparing myself. Okay, what do I do?
You could do it, Danny.
The
if you want to
most
do it.
awkward boy.
You've got the catalyst for it.
Do. That's a good point.
Mm.
If everyone wants a
shit.
scene, I'll take it.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I will
Yes.
say no. I'll save my thing for later. I like somebody else.
Okay. Sai, you and me, flip for it.
Okay. Tails.
Oh, you're flipping
Tails
for
is
who
2.
gets to go?
Tails is 2. Tails is 2.
There we go.
All right. So Sai's getting a scene. Sai gets a
Yes.
scene. All right. Well, here's what I'll say. We have a scene for setting. We have a scene for setting the scene, and then we have the conclusion of the scene. Who wants one? Who wants the other? Sai, you get first pick.
I will set the scene. I'm going first. That's what.
All right. Who wants the clincher? Who wants to be the pinch hitter?
Danny, I don't know what your thing is, so I think
Yeah,
it applies.
I
All right.
Yeah, go on. I will I'll set something.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Means I'm closing.
Gotcha. Sheila, you approach a prison cell. There is I think there's like a yeah, I think there's like a young woman who is like handcuffed like to a bench in like the back of these cells. These cells have like very crude flooring, like uh the floor in here is like not even paved over. It's like just exposed like dirt and like a little bit of gravel like piling up in the with gravel like piling up in the corners. Uh yeah, it's like a dirt road as much as it is a floor. Um there are like there are like benches just like hanging off the walls that have like people handcuffed to them, like where they are just like handcuffed to like a ring on the front of the bench. Yeah, you approach a cage with a uh young woman like by herself in like the middle back.
Does this lock give me any trouble? Can I just like?
It is no trouble for you. You could rip the entire door off its hinges.
Yeah, I'll go small. I'll just like break the locking mechanism and open it. With like some urgency, but I'm not like rushing in there.
Yeah, I think she is like frightened, by all of your presences. I think the prisoners in here are like blindfolded, so they're going off of like noise.
I'll like say over to her, "You want me to take those off? I can get you out of here."
She like stops, like she's like cowering from your noise at first, and then like when she hears like a person speaking to her, a voice she hasn't heard, a voice she doesn't recognize, and she hasn't heard a voice in probably like weeks.
Sure.
She like looks up to you like hopefully. You see her like face is like gaunt but still has a bit of blood under the skin.
Yeah.
And she says are you a resistance?
Yes. Here to help you. Everyone else.
She like pulls up her cuffs like against the chain. It's like a very long set of handcuffs. Like it's like 2 feet of chain.
Right.
But like it's still restraining. Like she can't move around really. But she like pulls up against it and like lifts them despite their weight and like pulls against the ring and says, "Please, just get us out of here."
Yeah, here. Hold still. And I think she'll like pinch the locks on either of the cuffs and just like snap them apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they like fall away, and like the sudden release of weight, like her arms like go up.
Right, like snap up.
Like go like almost to your face, and I think she like wraps her arms around your neck, and like you lift her up as you like stand.
Sure.
To her feet.
Well, let's get you out of here.
This
area isn't. Yeah.
I think there's like a small reaction where she like when she touches you, she realizes like, oh, you're not made of
flesh. Yeah.
She says like, oh, you're a citizen. Do you have anything you want to say to that?
We don't like to call ourselves that. We prefer the term maverick.
Such a soft preference to express. Yeah, I think you like lead her out into like the main hall. And it proceeds like that. You guys go around, you're letting people out, and you like start to form a small crowd. I think Shadow Man is like standing at the door and like and like watching to make sure no cogs come down. There's like a stairway, and like there's like a stairway at one end that like goes up and like leads into more of the guts of this facility, and then at the other end there's like a big set of doors that's locked. And very and you're working your way towards that big set of doors, and as you are there, you you tell as you're going along that like uh captures like closer to the door are like more and more recent.
Mhm.
And there's like big thick walls between all the like cages, so it's like the front is a cage and you can see in, and then the sides are bricked off so that they can't look at each other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jack, you round a corner, and you are met with a familiar sight, although they are blindfolded and they can't see you. Pearl is chained up in one of these.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh wow! All right. Yeah, I'm like levering this wall apart, and getting it. And like I actually like unblindfold her first, and then start going like so that she can like see me and start like I'm all right. I say Pearl first, like Pearl, and then I lever open
Oh.
the wall there, so she has like a beat to react.
Yeah,
As I'm pulling the blindfold off.
yeah. I think she like when she hears everyone getting like broken out, she's like looking around, like trying to hear for what's going on. And then when she hears her name, she's like pulling. She like goes to stand up and is like chained to the wall still, and her like hands are wrapped around her.
Hmm.
And I think you like you go up and you pull her blindfold off and like rip her chain out of the wall.
Mhm.
uh she's yeah, I think she says to you like, I thought I'd never see you guys again. like she's utterly relieved.
Um, never say never. It's a day of miracles.
She like is feeling her wrists now that they're free of the handcuffs, and she says, "Have you found the big man yet?"
Not yet. Still working on that. We have taken care of everybody. Like of all the cogs we've found on the way here. So we shouldn't be. We've got a minute before we're bothered again.
I think across the way,
Mhm.
like you're standing in the cell with her, and like across the hallway, letting someone else out of their cell, is Emily, and I think Pearl like pauses and like looks at her and is like, "Is that her?" Because she's never
Oh
seen her
yeah.
before, but like she can tell.
In the flesh, kinda.
All right. Yeah, you all lead a you all bring everybody out into the hall. Um
If I see Pearl, I'd like to have a word with her.
yeah. No, feel free to everyone have your reunion.
Yeah, it's definitely a oh my
Yeah.
god, you're here, you're safe, that's amazing. Why did you leave?
How did you end up here?
Oh, and I missed the beat because I'm so like swept up in. Oh, it's Pearl. Okay, she's alive. Like, I like go to at least initiate a hug there. Of like you're safe. Well,
Yeah.
as safe as it gets. No.
Yeah.
You are in our presence, which means that you are the most protected anybody could.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think whoever wants a hug gets it. If it's a group
Yeah.
group pile hug, this is also permissible. Just don't crush her. She's made out of meat. Don't worry. It's like, Superman doesn't have to be careful. He just applies a normal amount of force.
Yeah.
You have to try supernaturally hard to get supernatural results.
Does she answer our questions?
She says that it was, well, I'm not too good with time, but it was not too long ago, but we got snatched from our lab. A train pulled in a station, and
Has that ever happened since you've been down there?
no, it was
Oh my god.
it was one of the it was like a train full of cogs, and they were and they had someone like commanding them, lit up all crazy. They came in kind of fast, but they grabbed me and Samson and threw us on, and we got brought here.
Yeah, so you don't this?
No, I don't.
Oh boy. That's
His repairs were mostly done, so like he should be able to hold himself, but who knows what they did. I don't know where he ended up.
all right. I'm glad you're safe.
A new possibility as
You think he's the shell for Mega Man? That's possible. Well, hopefully he's himself and he's in one piece. Listen, bringing Hantayumi out of the old world was a mistake. He's trying to kill everyone who's left and replace them with copies of himself.
I'll say that this conversation is happening out of earshot of the crowd of people who you just saved.
Yeah, or like hushed, like
Hey Pearl, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
yeah.
Don't tell the normies about it. They'll get really scared.
Yeah. She says, I bet that he probably ratted out our location, because I know that where our broadcast was like uncrackable, especially in the time they had.
Yeah.
It probably would have taken millions of goat worlds to crack that code.
That anyway, that's the situation as we know it. The well, we don't know all of what we're facing, but we know that he can that he can do that. In fact, he did that to our old bodies. We just, we're tougher stuff.
Hmm.
But it's definitely a major concern.
Anyway, and then I like I'm addressing the crowd and everything. We have some downed cogs, so there are weapons available. Come on, guys, we're breaking out of here tonight. Who's ready?
All right. All right. Sure. There's let's just say that there's some dudes who are like, yeah, I'm not malnourished enough. I can hold a gun. I've never done
Yeah.
that before,
Yeah.
but sure.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so hold like this. This is the little mechanism that you're to fire it. You switch that, yada yada. Give them a crash course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just like ripping the arms off of them,
Yeah.
passing them out. Sure.
Your arm sort of fits in here like this. Be sure to support it from your shoulder and your elbow.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say.
I think while that's going on, I walk up to Jack. I'm like, Jack,
Yeah.
there's something I want to do when we go up there. I been doing a good job so far. And it's glad to see that there are people who have like who are strong-willed enough to kind of hop into action. When we go up there, I want to use the word radicalize. I don't think that's appropriate, but for lack of a better term right now, I want to radicalize the people. I want to show them the future that we're trying to fight for them, and like what they've been missing out on, what things are supposed to be. When I get up there, there's gonna be a lot of people.
Yeah, I think
I
you're near
will.
those. Sorry. I was gonna say you're near those like double doors, and outside you can like hear a crowd like waiting in anticipation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a set of double doors that like opens up onto like the field.
Um, I want your help. Remember what we did for Shadow Man? I'm trying to do that for everybody up there, everybody out there.
Good plan. I gotcha, and I like clap you on the shoulder, back like that, like yeah. All right. Is that it for these rooms? We haven't found the old man yet.
Yeah,
They might be housing him somewhere else. If I had to take.
yeah. I think Emily pipes up there and says, something that worries me is that I don't feel him here.
That's true.
I was hoping after I left the tower I could tell I could feel his presence, or at least tell that he's out there somewhere, but I don't. I got nothing.
Danny, you want to give us a check?
A lot of names.
I want to check. Okay, I want to. This is occupying too much space in my brain. I want to check on Samson.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm. Uh, hmm. Okay. What is the biggest
Sansa
threat?
might demoralize us.
Yeah, what's the biggest threat to Samson right now? um. Okay. How do I get, let's see. Hmm. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Um, so normally when you get like you ask for an answer, right? You receive like text or words or like ideas. Okay. When you ask for this, you get like Danny, you get an answer that is like a jumble of like numbers and letters, and it's like huge. It is massive. Uh, it is like millions of like characters long, and like it kind of overwhelms you a little bit. Uh, and it like takes you a second. You like reel from the answer, and like you have to like block out part of it before it like all enters your head. uh but you look at enough of it and you have enough computer knowledge as the computer literate one to be like, oh shit, that was assembly.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What does that mean?
Well, okay, so assembly is like the lowest level language.
Yeah. I know what
And-
assembly is.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but we have to say it for like I know at least 2 of our listeners are not as computers as we are. Also one of our players. It's the lowest level language for this stuff, and meaning a couple of things. And one of those is that it was made a long, long time ago. It's the first attempt that we had at turning language words into computer actions.
Yeah.
I think it's like Hantayumi is programmed in assembly entirely. And that huge amount of code might be now how he thinks of himself or the name that he has. Because it gives you a name generally.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say.
Or
Here's
like
what
a
I'll say.
concept.
You know, if it were Hantayumi, you would get the name of him, right? uh I'm answering it like I am because I think the thing that Samson is most in danger of is like a computer program that is being used against him.
Okay.
Somebody's trying to break him with like programming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to.
Okay. That's probably in the Foundry, because that's where they do that kind of stuff. Meaning that's got to be our next stop after here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, now how do you guys think I should check for Alpha?
I mean,
Yeah, the real thing that you wanted to ask.
I think we can try Dr. Alice and see what it gives us.
Right. But with Dr. Alva.
No answer.
As I
Okay.
feared. Try
Can you
try the full name.
so okay, so I would like for you to like characterize a non-answer.
Okay. User not found. That's what you get.
These are
Yeah.
not because that's important, right? If it's like no, no, the kind of no or the kind of non-answer I get is
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Alva's light.
Also not found.
just Alva.
Same as the first one. Same as the first one.
Okay.
That is the
Can we
same.
try
That is the same as the first one.
Doctor?
Like,
We did that last episode. It was
Mhm.
it was a null answer, or it was a user not found.
I'll characterize that one a little differently. That one's a null.
Oh,
Yeah, that's like a bad reference.
Confusing and distressing. Do have more important things to tend to, unfortunately.
Hilo.
well, how do we articulate that? Like, Emily asked.
I thought
I was going to say that. I mean, I was going to say that. Hey Danny, whenever you read the book, so does Emily.
oh yeah, that was her
Okay.
fucking book.
Yeah.
That's her fucking book.
Yeah, it's her book. You're just borrowing.
How does that feel?
My
Does that
God.
feel any kind of way? Or is it just like, she also accesses it too?
I think it feels like when you do it, like you might like visualize like a book that you're flipping through, or that like it's flipping to its own pages ahead of you, right? And you're like in a void, and I think you're used to doing that, and like it's just a book, and now it feels like you're in like a space with a book and Emily also there, like standing next to you looking at it.
Yeah, she's like looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like reading with your mom as a kid.
Aw.
Yeah, where it's like it's still your book. It's still like in your possession, but like she can see it too. So she gets this information before the other two do. Like she gets it as you're asking.
I have one last one.
Yeah.
Mega. Oh, Mega Man.
Hmm. 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 That is yeah, the answer to that is humanity. That's what that one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that for its double meaning. People the world over, like all of us, humankind, but also as the like internal facet that is humanity, meaning that he might be a dialogue boss.
Right. One's own humanity. Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I think with that, you hear like outside through the double doors, uh, like, uh, speakers are like blaring some kind of like anthem, and like people start to like, they're not like cheering like their favorite team is coming out for a football game, but like they're yelling like it's a riot outside.
Yeah, we should get out there.
Gotta get out there.
Yeah, I think uh you emerge out like into a stadium, and there's like and you're like coming out of a spot, like you're coming out below the stands, like on directly onto the field, right? uh and the people that you like let out, they go up, they like go up the other way, like led by Shadow Man, like they're going up the stairwell. They're like gonna loop around to get into um like a safe position. I'm not gonna just stick them on the field.
Mhm.
Yeah, sticking them on the field seems like a bad idea.
Yes. They have and the stadium is quite a sight to behold. There is So it's like a big dirt ring stadium with like turf kind of around the edges. And like the ground has been like freshly like the dirt has been washed of all of its stains of the last show of force. So it is like perfectly flat and smooth dirt, ready to be like kicked up in a frenzy.
They like Zamboni it.
Yeah. And there's like a crowd all around you in this like ocular arena that is like caged on top. It like there's a roof or yeah, there's like a roof on the up on the ceiling that has like a screen projected onto it, like or like not projected onto it, but like have you ever been to like the old strip in Vegas? There's like a huge overhang that like prevents weather from stopping you going to gamble, and it has
No, but I watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, it has a massive screen on it. I've been there like 3 times. There's some good food there and a lot of terrible food that's way too overpriced. Go to Evil Pie if you're ever there. It's great.
Evil Pie.
A certified liner recommendation.
That's a liner recommendation. Evil Knievel, by the way, like EVEL. Anyways, Evil Pie. It's great.
Cool.
There is but there's like this huge telescreen up there, and that's like the one that everyone's like looking at. It and it just like shows the entire arena and like whatever the like cameras are focusing on. And the crowd is like crammed in here. Like this place is crammed full. Like there's a national disaster going on outside with all the power outage, and like people are still like flooding in and like standing on the rows and standing in the stairs and like having to like step over each other. Yeah, there is, and in the center of it all, like in the center of this big in the center of this like huge dirt ring is a massive pillar which you have not seen for a while. It's one of those black spires. It is like in the center.
Oh,
okay.
And it is like almost like scratching the like telescreen in the center. Like it has grown that big over time. And you assume that people here are just used to that being there.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, it's been like this for a while. Emerging and then out from the like from the spire, like coming out of it, like walking out of it from the portal is like there is like a huge like mecha like rolling out of it on like tank treads. It's like, what is it? It's like probably like 25 feet tall. It's rolling on tank treads and has 2 huge like fist arms and like broad shoulders, and like sitting on top of it is like what looks like a citizen. It's all like done up in purple and emblazoned on like the front of the platform they're rolling on is Unit Ocular O Mega Man.
Whoa. What does this individual look like? You said purple.
Yeah, they have like a helmet on that is like a T-shape black it has like a T-shape of black glass on the front that they're like peering through, and like is like masking their identity. It like has like a flat smooth dome top, and they have like little highlights of gold like around in their mech and in them. Yes, but they have they have well appeared.
The height of the I'm marveling at the height of the tower of that they have of all the people that they have functionally sacrificed to this thing in horror. It's like it's vile.
Yes. That tank like rolls out and it has like a long heavy cable like trailing behind it, like it is being like it is, and it trails into the spire and it is like powering it as it rolls. This thing takes like obviously a massive amount of energy to move. It is a huge stompy like it's it's bigger than Nightman. It's gonna be a hell of a fight to take it down. And because of that, we're gonna go to a break. Yay! Break time, everyone.
All right.
Yeah, what I just said is I'm really loving my roleplay decision. I've given Emily some of our stat points ages ago. It's really coming in clutch.
Yeah.
Big time.
Let's see. A couple notes. Speaking of Emily, she went with the others because she doesn't have a gun. She's just like a.
Emily is not a fighter.
Yeah, she's like a person. You know, she's more like a support. She's more like a support class, guys.
Yeah.
Then that's note 1. Note 2 is here, hey guys, if you're watching the video, this is what Vile looks like. Yeah. And I forgot to include the subtitle for Unit Ocular O Mega Man, subtitle Maverick Hunter.
Oh,
because that's what Vile is. Vile is a Maverick Hunter.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Right. I love having just 2 words to work with Mega Man. Also, I'll note that Vile's from Mega Man X, so crawling up the power curve despite everything.
Yes, we are incrementing.
So in the Ruby Spears Mega Man cartoon, X and Vile do come back in. Well, X comes back in time, I think, to hunt Vile and not the other way around.
Yeah. I have seen this episode.
But Vile does show up in Mega Man show.
Yeah, Rome, was that just you and me?
I think so. I think we
watched we were investigating like the Mega Man, that like hilarious web cartoon, and then just stumbled upon that.
Yeah.
What's the name of that? Mega Man X something?
No, it's just a Mega Man show.
It's just a Mega Man show.
But what's it called? Because we need to shout them out.
It's just called Mega Man.
No,
I always think of it as Super Fighting Robot.
You know, it's a.
If you look up Mega Man Happy Tree Friends on YouTube, you'll get there.
That.
Yes, that's
that
Mega
show.
Man Legends.
Is that the name of that show?
Mega Man Legends is the N64.
Sorry, Mega Man Chronicles.
Mega Man Chronicles.
Everyone should go look up fucking Mega Man Chronicles. Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to that guy, the OG power director.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Truly, maybe we will go back and finish that.
A creative mind to rival the minor brain trust. But for now, what's Emily up to?
Yeah.
Emily went with the people up into the stands, and because she does not have a gun or a sword.
Oh, sorry.
No. She only has like a book that she can rent out sometimes.
She has the Daniel D. Public Library.
Yeah.
What is our plan of action here, fellas?
I was going to say, you're about to be engaged in some conversation. I don't know how much of Sons of Fate you remember, Tarbuck, but we could do it right now if you could do it from memory.
Oh wow!
I think you guys go out and you have like, does everyone realize who that is? Who they are staring down?
I mean, probably.
Say it out loud. Rule number 1.
That's got to be Alvis, right?
Yeah, that is the doctor.
As this,
yeah,
I was going to say, as this revelation dawns upon you all, hey Tarbuck, do you remember the lyrics of the song? Because this would be way too funny to do right now to pass up.
I mostly know Proto Man's part. Doesn't work.
God damn it. Yeah, there is a dawning realization. Welcome back from the break. Dawning realization that has swept over you guys. That the man you see before you was once your comrade in arms, and someone that you once looked up to as a mentor, and they have been pulled down and fallen by their darker impulses. They stand atop their mecha platform that is like a huge big version of them that makes them like stand even taller than Nightman, and mounted like as they stand up on top of it, like their hands at the controls, mounted like on their shoulder is the only like cannon you see in sight on the thing. It is, you can tell even from this distance that it is a modified version of a once familiar prosthetic, and it is like jacked. It is like got cables coming out of it, and it has been like jacked up and super moded. Yeah, I think they announce to you, and like everything they say is like broadcasting from speakers and like echoing throughout the arena. They say, once again, my creations rise against me.
Damn. This is.
I'm like awestruck for a second,
Mm.
and I'm like stepping towards the thing. You, it wouldn't have. I won't fight you.
Your words, like at first like the crowd the people you just saved are like filling out in the stadium behind you as you're like walking forward, and one of them and with them like Emily is amongst them, and she's like up on a stairwell like amongst the crowd, and then she sees that you start talking, and she does something to like tune you in the same way that Mega Man is tuned in, and your read of "I will not fight you" that like echoes throughout the stadium over the sound speakers. He responds, "You have no choice," and his mech arms like come up and then like chunk into place.
You were fighting with us. You were one of us.
The chance is here, and you're equipped for it. We could stand beside you.
I stand alone. His voice like booms in like with like a mechanical trill, as it like is filtered by his helmet.
Make yourself really known. You could be their hero.
Then they were the fools that I always knew them to be.
It doesn't have to be this way. This is not the only way.
You will say that this is how it has to be.
They I'm like caught up in the, because gut check for the audience, everything. I haven't seen like, other than that like little flash where we had that like conversation, what for him must have been like 3 weeks ago. I haven't seen this guy in like 5 years, and there's a little bit of like, as I've learned more about the guy and he became more real to me, like in looking through his background, I feel like I've kind of like mythologized where he was in his place, and seeing him become this, I'm awestruck. He says that I'm going to see that this is how it has to be. Don't say that. This cannot be the only way. They don't deserve this. We don't deserve this. Nobody.
They would not stand. They they don't know how to fight for themselves. You've proven that.
We can teach them. No, we can teach them. We have.
They know
They
better.
can stand behind us.
What we're doing standing here now is being their hope. They weren't ready, but they are now. Even at this late hour, with everything closing in around us, there is hope for humanity.
I think he channel switches. This statement is just being sent to you. It's not being sent over the speakers. But he says, all they want is a martyr. Here, you decide who that is. I'll let you get the last word in, by the way, if you wish to continue.
Yeah. You know what? I think it, like, I see him like going for I reject his framing so completely at this. Like, I feel like I have to pivot My response to him is, your mother loves you.
Hmm. Roll connection, Jack.
Are we what's your catalyst?
Yeah, what's your catalyst?
Take the wheel and break the wheel, lest you be broken upon it. I need to turn his gaze. I need he's going in a direction, and I'm trying to turn him off of it. That sounds like taking.
Yeah. I think it is. It's definitely a connection roll. I think your catalyst applies because you are definitely breaking a wheel right now. But before you roll, I wanna ask you, what is your intention with? So your intention with this roll is you want to break his gaze to you guys, and you want to put his gaze on Emily. Is that what you want, or do you want something more specific?
When I say your mother loves you, loves present tense, I want that to make him really, really think about her. Because what got him to do the rebellion in the first place is that he realized that she must still exist in that world. And I think some way or another he has lost sight of that. He feels consumed by the futility of it, because when he tried to go to her previously, she was in her caged bird depressive spiral that he doesn't know that she's been shaken out of.
Yeah.
I want him to feel that connection to her again, and I think through us. And while I've been leading and forward in this, I think a solid word from Danny might push us over the edge. We're 2 for 3. You want to bring it home?
Oh, I love putting the pressure on Danny. Hey, Danny, what's your catalyst?
And that which is broken.
I think his heart is broken.
Oh.
His heart is definitely broken. Okay. So let's realign the scene. Jack says,
your mother loves you.
Okay. Danny, are you following that up, or am I following that up? I'm just wondering what you're prompting here.
okay. I want to show him what we can't express. I
Do you remember when we fucking did this for him?
Yep.
Oh my god.
You mean in Command X?
Yes.
I think the moment of the moment of our conversation where
yeah, because he doesn't recognize her because her hair is flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't she said something like, I haven't felt those eyes on me in a long time. Like
Mhm.
so sad.
Like I want. So okay, here's what we do. I flash him Emily, and like our conversation with Emily, and Tavok is his gaze onto her as she is right now on 2 point.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're like showing her transformation, and his eyes like fall upon her.
And you got to get like the moment where she actually was reached and does the flipping, because like it a huge part of that is the emotional content of her being like, yeah.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah. All right. That's 2 catalysts.
Mm-hmm. That is 2 catalysts. You don't have to roll. It's just for fun at this point.
Woo!
You can both have a point.
Nice.
These are important times.
That being an initiation, I'm throwing that into other half of initiation. That point goes into instigation.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to like spark his heart, like kickstart his heart.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
More music references. But there's no use throwing in a drive if all the wheels are stuck. Okay. So whenever there's a you don't actually have to roll because you hit double advantage, I always have like a moment where I have to I have to force the response because I'm used to seeing a dice prompt and be like, "Oh, yes, that."
Yeah. Well, here let me tee it up for you by directly applying the catalysts. There's no use putting in a drive if all the wheels are stuck, but I took the wheel, I broke the wheel, and Danny heals that which is broken.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You definitely like successfully like you reach them despite them being about as far away as a person can be. Almost as far away as a person can be. And their gaze falls upon Emily in the crowd. And maybe they catch a little bit of glimpse of some threads like pointing at her, like from you and all around. I think as she's like standing here, she's like admiring the crowd around her and like out in the stadium, and like slowly, like one by one from her, like lines are like going out and like connecting to like random people. uh the view up above, like the camera feed, or like the telescreen up on the top of the building, is like it's like focused on, previously it's like focused on Mega Man, who's there in his big mech. But like whenever you successfully take the wheel and like cast his gaze, I think the gaze of all the cameras goes too, and like she is like projected up there. Um uh and uh I think Alvis says, in like, as like apologetic, in like he would throw himself into the sea right now if it would fix things, way possible. uh your debt was meant for me. How many line reads how many How many I just read the songs do I get to do? Do I get to do this one too? Um, as, yeah, I think Emily, like, because Emily hears him also when he's like speaking like this, because she's a citizen, she can hear this. Also, she probably wouldn't need to be a citizen to hear this, but that's neither here nor there. She's pretty good at this sort of thing. Says, Alvis, please, don't cry for me. I know you never meant for this. I love you completely. Just remember that. In my final hour, before it all goes to hell, the world is too big for anyone, and soon the dark will pass. But in my heart, I know, the city needs you now. Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling. Here. I think I'm feeling. I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. How's everyone else feeling?
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Great.
Here's what I think happens. So he's got like all those like cables coming out of his arm, and he's got that like heavy cable like coming out of the mech. I think he like is like he was like gripping the controls, like you could see his like hands shaking at the controls at like two big joysticks, and then like as Emily like was giving her speech, he like kind of lost that tension and was like flying through like flying through shame and like this in like stages of grief, and like I think he like resolves himself in that moment. He takes the controls and like raises the arm of the like mech he's piloting.
The armor he's riding.
Yeah. And then he like it like raises up, and then it like swivels to behind him, and it grabs the cable, and it just rips its own cable out. And then he like reaches up with his like left hand to his shoulder where that like arm is mounted, and it has all those cables coming out of it, and he just like rips those out too.
Cool. Good for him.
And yeah, his mech without a power source just like shuts down and then like kneels. And I think he like kind of in a emotional rush defeated heap like tumbles out of it, and then his helmet like cracks against the ground and then like splits down the middle and opens. And
whose face is in
it's Alvis's face. He's a little like mechanized. He still he has like a head interface on the back of his skull. Like he doesn't have hair like you guys do.
Right.
But he looks younger. Looks a little younger. Less 90 years old and more like 50 years old.
Gotcha.
His skin has just been like pulled taut
having your brain back in your head does wonders for your complexion.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you this. That's a successful talk no jutsu.
Yeah.
I can't derive you when you do so good.
Yeah.
As much as I was like, man, it's gonna be cool, but oh well. You have hearts galore around everybody.
That's skill right there. That's what you call.
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah, I think you like go to like run up to him to like look at him, and like while you're running up, like suddenly Emily is there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like on the ground on her knees with like his head in her lap, and like probably some of the people in the crowd like notice that she just like disappears and appears right there and is like, huh? The telescreen shuts off.
And do we sense any malicious presences anywhere?
Not here.
Okay.
I think I think the crowd is like pretty quiet. Feel free to have some character moment, everybody.
Okay.
This is a hell of a reunion.
Goddamn, that's like the whole thing.
I'm stretching out my memory. Second, I want the thing that I say to Alvis to be like, you know what? Yeah. All right, I got it. I like, I'm pulling up to him. Emily is already there. I like take a knee next to the guy, and I'm like, told you she was still out there.
Call me cheap, but I think he starts crying. Just like
that is fully appropriate.
Like that's what happens.
Like he's like,
isn't it?
Like he's on his back and he's like smile crying.
Yeah.
But like kind of wordlessly. He's like kind of like chucking or like twitching a bit with it. He's like so torn up. Maybe he like he almost like goes to like raise an arm to like brush the tears aside, but then like Emily like does it for him.
Excellent.
Glad we finally got our family reunion.
I put my hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, on the shoulder without a gun, presumably.
Yeah, shoulder without a gun. Actually, no, I put it on the shoulder with the gun. And I say, I just thought you had dementia. Why was I wrong? I'm so sorry if I was ever mean to you.
Like that. That's a good unity of the Danny themes. Well done.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I was gonna say, I think like rolling out of the the extremely funny gag of and then Joe shows up with his motorcycle. Like he's like pulling into like the dirt stadium from like another entrance, and he's like, dang, I guess I missed the party.
This is who we were looking for.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, but I figured that was him.
Man, weird day.
It's been a
Gosh.
yeah. You guys look different now.
Yeah, we died.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
There are
Not the first time.
problems afoot.
Yeah.
The realization hits, and I'm like, oh,
And it seems like we're stronger than ever. So I know. Should we give you two some time?
Yeah, I think they take their moment.
Yeah.
I think Joe says to you in responding to that you're the strongest you've ever been. It says like, yeah, I mean, I think you've got a hell of a following here, and he like gestures to the entire stadium full of people who just saw that.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I think all they need is a little push and a call to arms, and we can hit the street. Does Danny want to be a true man of the people right now? Is that what the stretches are for?
This is what I called to before.
Yeah.
Can the telescreen back up?
Yeah. Hey, all you gotta do is take the wheel, buddy.
Yes.
You gotta make me roll.
Well, actually, you'd have to roll if it's take the wheel, but you can just transmit, and it's just a TV.
True.
I love that those moves that are really good from Command X have always been nah, you don't even need to roll. You just do that.
Yeah, shout out. That's the thing.
It's just a verb that you get.
Right, I hop back on stage, and I gesture, Jack and Sheila, and you know, some of our guys we free, and obviously, our boy over here. People of the city, I know you've suffered long. I know you've experienced hardship, unlike any other kind that has been experienced. My name, Danny D, and we are the Mavericks. We are here to free you from your prison, to end your suffering and strife. This will no longer be reality that you live. I'm not saying from here it will be easy, but anything that's worth anything that's worth assault is worth fighting for. We know what life is supposed to be like, and I start transmitting images.
Yeah, like nature and goat world probably.
Yeah, maybe not goat world. That might be a little too much.
Maybe not. Maybe like not with like the goat people in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't have they don't have like a concept of that being that weird. They hang around like robots.
Yeah.
Also,
I guess.
Also,
yeah.
this leads into a whole thing. So yeah, I think they just wouldn't.
You know what? We might as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
Animals.
It's not weirder than what we are.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Remember,
I've been
everybody
lied
here
to.
hasn't seen animals before. So any animals are like, what? They haven't seen trees either.
Yeah, they have. Trees in the
Central
Park?
Park, yeah.
Yeah, but they're
Not
like fossilized.
Right.
They haven't seen like a forest.
5 tree. Okay.
You have been lied to and controlled for too long. Now I like.
I think Joe like steps
Ow.
up and is like
Yeah.
repping right next to you.
What you're seeing now is not. What you're seeing now is the past, but also your future. Damn. Shit. I'm folding. Here's man of the people. Go.
Oh, you passed to him.
Yeah. Yeah. The break kind of effed me off. I'm not gonna.
Gotcha. Oh, right.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I've got before you pass it off. I just sent you an idea that you can riff on.
Okay.
Put that the way that you want to put it, if that's something you want to use.
I don't think I'm.
Oh, the second one there, the one that it's a response to, is something that like a phrase that comes up a whole bunch, including the source material.
Okay.
We're not at the end of history.
Yeah.
Before this.
I know what I want Joe to say. So whenever you want to pass off, go nuts.
Yeah, I'll say this, and then I'll pass it off. Before today, before this moment, maybe you weren't sure. Maybe you weren't sure that you were living, but from this moment forward, proud to say that you're alive. And I stopped.
Yeah, Joe takes the microphone from you like it's wrestling. And does the classic hype man thing of have a way shorter follow-up speech, which is, up until now you've lived in a cage, so tonight we're breaking out of here. And there's like an uproar from the crowd, and then he like starts to talk, and then there's like it like murmurs a little bit, and he says, everyone say a prayer for all the fathers who still remember, for all the girls who learn to stand up, for all the boys who won't surrender. And like each time
wow, that's us.
he like says something. Every time he like says something, the excitement gets more and more excited. And he says, and then he like says, we ride out, and he like raises the cog arm that he has as a gun that's like empty of ammo. He like lofts it into the air, and then like guns it on his motorcycle out of the arena. I think he like rides past the crowd and gets like a bunch of high fives.
Yeah.
Drive by high fives.
All right, cool. There you go, everybody. There's your narrative reward. Now for your mechanical reward.
Love mechanical.
What's behind door number 2?
Hey. I was gonna say, I don't think. I guess you probably go. You guys want to roll with Elvis.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Elvis is done fighting.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
Yep.
totally appropriate.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give you everything that he had. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Lay it on us.
you can you can trade him a generator. It's fine. Shh.
Yeah.
Just know that you leave him a generator. So anyways, if you go over to the tank, here's some parts for the tank. Here's the parts that the tank has.
Overclocked tank
Double
treads.
your maximum power required.
Double your maximum armor
Armor.
requires 3 power.
Oh, well, that is real good. Oh, dang.
No, I
Damn
gave
it.
him stupid shit. I expected this one to break.
Hmm. One X damage, the other arm. Yo. That's awesome.
All right, that's what the tank does. Okay, cool. Here's here's all the stuff that Alvis has on him, where like you go up to him and I think he like just takes all of it off. He's like he says, I don't think I have the strength. Like he doesn't have the strength to fight anymore. So here's all the shit he has on him.
Oh, he has a Mark 1.
Yes.
7 power.
Oh my god.
When he says, "I don't have the strength to fight anymore," I'm gonna give that like shoulder clap thing that I do, and say, "Hey, you found the strength to love."
Holy shit! Lightning. Oh, this lightning buster is fucking crazy.
Mega Buster Mark 18. Ooh, we got a weapon above 1x. That's 1.2 for the charge shot.
No, he has that is the dumbest weapon I ever wrote. I went, yeah, that's stupid. I love it.
Hmm.
It's an arm that gives you power.
Push from the out. All right, artificial shield. This pale imitation of the original was created without light or life. Requires a push from the outside to achieve a similar effect. Ranged attacks against this frame gain 1 level of disadvantage.
Cool.
6 armor, 1 power, plus 3 separation. Mark 1. The original design of the Van der Graaf generator. Only a handful of units were ever built by Dr. Alvis Light and his team. Capable of incredible energy outputs under certain conditions. Requires occasional refueling to operate. He has the emergency acceleration system.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout
That's
out.
that's as is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did build those.
Mm-hmm. Reactive armor plating Mark II. Armor plating has the miraculous quality of fixing itself so long as it has a steady stream of power and heat flowing into it. This miracle of engineering has a hefty power draw, but remains an essential part of long-term field operations. Plus 3 armor to requiring 3 power. Replenish 1 armor per turn while in fever.
Cool.
That's incredible.
That's very cool.
Shoulder mounting bracket gives you an extra arm slot. That is so good.
Presumably, if that arm slot is powered, you can use it like normal. Like if all 3 of your arms are powered, you can use all 3 of them.
Yeah. It's just your modification slot turns into an arm slot, and whatever is in it takes 1 power to turn on. So, like, if you have a gun, it takes 2 power, and then you put it in the mounting bracket, it takes 3 power, but it's a gun. The tank does not
that's
have a energy core.
Right. Presumably that's wherever that cable leads.
Yeah, it was being charged by that.
Mm.
Man, that only requires 3 power though. That has to
Yeah.
be the most efficient thing ever made.
What is?
Reactive armor plating
yeah.
Mark II.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the tank. The tank only requires 3 power.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, that should tell you about how much energy you're putting out.
Okay. Ooh, how to divvy this up?
Yeah, I think we might be wrapping up the episode.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like this feels like an end of episode moment. Divvy it up in between.
Yeah. I'll leave it in the here. We'll tie it off here. We had a short episode because Talk No Jutsu is so quick. It's so effective.
Yep.
Best jutsu,
Indeed.
aka the best jutsu. No jutsu at all.
Mm-hmm. Why Rock Lee is actually the best character.
Yeah.
Change my mind.
So cool. It's so cool.
I stopped watching Shinibi.
That's not what they're called. Okay.
Might as well be.
I know that they're called the Chunin exams. That was the joke.
That was so good.
All right, liners. We'll see you hopefully next week.
Romont,
Yeah.
should I say that? Should I say this on mic?
What are you maybe going to say on mic?
Is next episode the last episode of Command Line?
Maybe.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Hey guys, what's this current episode?
It's episode X.
Yeah.
Perfect pacing.
Next episode we go even further beyond.
Oh, don't worry, guys. I'm not doing funny number shit this season. I fucking see you. I see your ass.
It just worked out this time.
Yeah, it just worked out. Just worked out.
That's of course.
Yeah.
Well, see you next time, liners.
Bye, liners.